What is going on, guys? Welcome to JPAL Network. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you'd like. I look crazy right now, but I figured it's kind of finally time to talk about this conversation regarding to the Super Bowl. I've had my prior videos on here talking about some other Super Bowl stuff, like the Rihanna when Rihanna was doing the Super Bowl and etc. And this huge Kendrick, and the announcement of Kendrick doing the Super Bowl. Obviously, it's kind of the big thing around the internet. Originally, it was, the Kendrick announcement, and then Nicki Minaj posted this crazy stuff, pretty much against Jay-Z, because Jay-Z is a part of that process, giving him all the smoke and more, and a lot of ridiculous things as far as, he's part of people to do face tats. I'm like, okay, that's great. But I kind of want just to provide a little bit of my thoughts on this whole thing. And some people have various other theories when it comes to, it's not really about the Super Bowl. It's really about some business stuff. It's about title. It's about, different money or what have you. And then Birdman was put into this situation already, or put into this situation, giving his comments online and whatnot. So it's just a crazy madhouse of things going on here. And I kind of go by Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is typically the correct one. So I'm super Occam's razor when it comes to this. So that means to me that I just think, at the end of the day, a lot of people aren't thinking about the response of how does Lil Wayne feel about this, right? And I know that he came out recently saying that he was really disappointed, hurt, etc. But let's think about it from just a really simplistic notion. And some people have already posted this online as far as how Lil Wayne, he's got a sense of memory loss and forgetting lyrics and whatnot. I mean, to a great ability when it comes to some of these songs that people really enjoy. And I think he could work really hard to have a really good Super Bowl performance, because I think the Super Bowl performance is like 24 minutes or something like that. It's not a whole lot of time if you think about it for the halftime show. So I think given now all the way up to, February, right? As far as or the end of January, early February for the Super Bowl, I think he could possibly do it, but as far as just the performing aspect of Lil Wayne, and now him being older, him struggling with memory loss, it's kind of a notable factor. Then the other piece of information that came across was that the city of Louisiana was kind of one of the last people to have a say in this. I don't know to what degree, if it's kind of like, it's like, oh, I asked for your, I asked, say you're marrying somebody. Oh, I asked for your dad's blessing. He said no, but I'm going to marry you anyway. Like, I don't know what the actual process of that voting process was when they asked the city of Louisiana, the city of New Orleans, or just the state of Louisiana, hey, do you want to have Wayne? I'm sure he was one of the people, right? Wayne, or Kendrick. I mean, and then at that point, who were you really mad at that point? You can't be really mad at Jay-Z because, like, look, I asked your city, and your city said nah. So, I mean, that has to be a whole account. So, again, I just go by Occam's razor. The simple sectionation is typically the correct one. And in this particular thing, it just makes sense to have Kendrick Lamar headline a Super Bowl because he had one of the biggest songs, if not the biggest song, for this year for Not Like Us. It's gotten platinum multiple times. The first 2 weeks it went platinum. And he's releasing more music. Like, obviously his music video has millions of views. Like, he's been the forefront ever since this whole Kendrick Drake thing. So it just makes sense. Why don't we have the same guy who went against one of the biggest artists in the world, Drake, to headline the Super Bowl? It just makes a lot of sense, So people that are just like, oh, I don't think it's right, and Wayne should be a part, and I'm not discrediting Wayne at all. Obviously, he did over 100 features one year. During my time after college, I mean, he was all over the place. You know what I mean? So let's not get it messed up. And then I know he finished his recent album, the Carter 6, but you know, it just makes sense when it comes to that. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. You know, are you still like, yo, Wayne should do this, or you know, what else that we could talk about regarding to the scenario? What are your thoughts on like the primary Super Bowl 4 in, you know, Louisiana? Let me know your thoughts. J Powell Music. I'll catch you guys next video. Thanks a lot.